Hello everyone, today we're going to do a video on how to first change colour on the Bavarian crochet triangle, which you can use for making bunting of your own, and then I'll show you how to do a front raised double crochet in a different colour. So as I've shown you on the previous video, we've come from here, done a slip stitch all the way over here, but not the last one, so we stopped one before the last one. We are changing colour, so we need to sew the next one on. We cut that one off, and then sew this one on roughly, not sew it on, stitch it on, stitch it out. Honestly, I do apologise for my words not being there, but don't listen to me, watch what I'm doing. That's genuinely the rule. Okay, so we've got the knot almost as tight as we can get it to there, but not quite. It doesn't really matter if you do get it tighter. It just means it would just mean that you're gonna get a tighter loop here when you're working your next stitch. So we're going to do a last slip stitch, so we actually get ourselves into here where we need to start your next round from. So pull that through and pull it through there, but we're going to leave the knot at the back slightly like that. Wouldn't worry about it now. This is just how I tend to. We'll do 5 chains. And I'll show you in a second how I do how I change colour on the Bavarian crochet, because I find this way quite easy and it's quite neat, and it means you don't have to go back and change. You don't have anything hanging off, and you don't have to spend hours. You basically tying your ends as you're going along. So wrap it around your hook twice. Now we're going to do 4 double treble cluster, which are front raised along these 4 previously worked double trebles. So we're going through the front. Normally we'd go like this, but at the start we need to start off with, we need to actually catch the yarn. So I've got the yarn, the leftover yarn, caught on the hook, and then I'll pull that through. Oh, twisted, there we go, that's better, and then we can go and do a double treble, but finish off before we undo the last bit. So wrap that around again, go underneath, and again we sort of crossing the yarn with the hook. We have to take it underneath. So what we're doing, we're basically working the knot underneath the double trebles. So through again and under, pull that underneath all, wrap through the 2 and through the other 2, wrap it around again and through the last one underneath. Make sure that's actually on top, make sure the leftover yarn is on top of your hook. So you're doing that, but you're going underneath that as well. Pull that through, over and through the first 2, over and through the second 2. Okay, we've done our first cluster because we've got 4 and we've got the chain, so we can finish the cluster off. Yeah, finish. Leave this, as I've said before, you want to leave that little loop a loose one, not too tight, because that's where you're going to build all your corners and all your fans from. 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, and you're going back and do a double crochet over the chain. Now I'll show you there, we're working on the wrong side of the fabric, and what we've done, we've kind of hidden the knot. There you go. Kind of hidden the knot underneath. the actual part of the stitch. So now we can cut that part off and hold that with, and we're back to start, and it's nice and neat. There you go. Okay, next we're doing cluster of 8 in the V shape. So in the V shape we're always doing cluster of 8 that will then end up straight, and then it gives our triangle a little bit of a straight line. This part of the stitch, when we're working clusters, always ends up with straight lines ready for building up our fans. So 1, 5 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, double treble, front raised. So now we don't have to worry about any leftover yarn. We just go in easily and straight through the front of the stitch, pull that, and then go round through twice, leave it on, wrap it around twice underneath the front of the stitch, pull it through, and then you wrap yarn over and take the first 2 off, and you're wrapping yarn over, taking your second 2 off. Do the same again for all these. So you go in over, I'll try and do this really slowly, yarn over through those 2, and wrap it around again, pull it through underneath, we've got 4, yarn over through the first 2, and see how there's still 2 left, yarn over through the second 2. Okay, and now we've done the first part of the cluster of 8, and we've gone down the V shape. Now we need to go straight back up, so we're doing the same again. And if you ever get confused, if you pull it out, you can clearly see from the shape of the stitch, there's your chain where there's your slight gap, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's your double trebles previously worked, and that is your chain. So avoid that chain, just leave it where it is. Wrap your yarn around your hook twice, and you go in underneath again, underneath the front of the stitch, or from the front, underneath the stitch from the front, which means front raised. Okay, there we go, that's the third one, and underneath the front of the stitch, hook your yarn over and through the second 2. Now we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the chain, so we've got 9 loops altogether on our hook. So now we need to go over and go through all these hooks at once and then finish it off. So that's finished off our cluster, and we will do 5 more chains, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and go a chain, double crochet even over the chain, go to the chain where your last stitch was, and then you go double crochet. So that's doing that. So now you need to, when we're doing a triangle, we're doing that 3 more times. Basically in every V shape you're doing a cluster of 8 on every corner or on every top of each of these of the previously worked fans. You're doing a cluster of 4. So we do that 2 more times to get all the way around. It kind of dictates what you're doing really on the stitch. So, and as if you were to make the triangle bigger, if you were to make, rather than the bunting, if you were to make, or in the larger triangle, you'd be doing it kind of, yeah, as I say, it kind of sort of tells you what you want to be doing. As long as you've got the centre right, or not every corner, you're just doing a little 4 double treble clusters, and on every of the dips you're doing 8 double treble clusters till you get to your chain, to the little slight gap. So as this was worked at the back, at the wrong side of the fabric, this is how it would look from the front. And you just finish that off all the way around, and then add on your clusters later on. If you have any more problems or you need any more explaining, I thought this is just a little help to go with the patterns. But if you want to get the pattern, the information is all on my website. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon.